and families of the students of the graduating Amber Class and Board Class 2021, along with the school faculty and staff, to bless our Amber Class and Board Class for their success in the forthcoming board examinations. The focus is also on the journey beyond school for the Amber Class 2021 and is therefore a day of both solemnity and celebration. The Board Class 2021, accompanied by the class teachers, have occupied their places.
Ladies and gentlemen, the procession of the Amber Class 2021 carrying the lamps has begun. Leading the procession are the chief guest, Dr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, Vice Chancellor, National Law School University of India, and Ms. Jaina Kothari, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, accompanied by the Chairman of the school, Mrs. Purnima Jairaj. Following them is our principal, Dr. Rajput Surendra Singh, examination coordinator, Mr. G. Jayachandran, senior school coordinator, Mr. Satyapradeep KN, and the high school coordinator, Mrs. Panchmi Chaman. The Amber class is led by their class teacher, Mrs. Purvita AR.
Let us rise and greet the members of the Amber Class 2021 who are on the verge of leaving the portals of this school. We hope that this evening will be a memorable and an exciting one, filled with anticipation as they stand poised on the brink of the adult world, a dawning of the next phase in their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Amber Class 2021.
Our Amber Class 2021 students are placing their lamps around the lamp which will launch today's blessing ceremony. This flame is the light of truth, learning, and life, lessons that have molded these 33 students embarking on the journey of life. May no bar on earth come in the way of your radiance. To the Amber Class 2021, as you sent out into this world, spread the light of solidarity and go forth strengthened in mind and spirit.
To symbolize the absorption of knowledge and learning from the teachers and this beautiful school campus, we request our guests for this evening, Ms. Jaina Kotari and Dr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, to lead the lighting of the lamp. The welcome address.
Thank you, choir. That was indeed beautiful.
The welcome address will now be delivered by the chairman of the school, Mrs. Purnima Jairaj.
Can
Can we
we
put
put
our
our
hands
hands
together
together to
as we
welcome her
on
on stage?
stage?
Good evening to all of you and all the parents who have come virtually today to witness this function. These are unusual and unprecedented times for the generations born before the Spanish flu. And that was in 1919. For the Amber Class 2021, this will be a year to remember. Not only because this is the last year of your school education, but because you share the perils and tribulations of COVID-19 with the global community in this last year of your school life. It took my breath away to see the quietness of the world during the lockdown. Many of us were anguished, seeing the agony of millions of migrant workers who had to travel many miles on foot to reach their homes, the loss of their jobs, and inability to provide for their families. I'm sure it made all of you, the students, parents, all of us alike, wonder at what the future can bring because of the loss of a school year and away from school. I think, unfortunately, we also lost one parent to COVID, and we share the sorrow of that family. But we are fortunate that we are able to have this event for you today, just as we have had in the past years. This ceremony is for you to feel the solemnity and joy of the occasion, the blessings of all your teachers and parents, and for you to put in more focused effort in your preparation. The Gurukul Diksha is also unprecedented, this particular Gurukul Diksha. It's a virtual event, so instead of having a crowd of people here enclosed in a shamiana, of course, we don't have the roof usually because we are in the open. And so there we have all the guests participating virtually. But these virtual blessings that parents will shower on their children our children today, will carry the solemnity and joy of the occasion and will not be less than if you parents were here in person. We welcome this virtual audience of parents, prize winners, and guests to this event, as also our trustees, Mrs. Malvika Hegde and Ishan Hegde. Today we welcome in our midst here our chief guests, Jaina Kotari and Sudhir Krishnaswamy, persons who have made their mark in the legal field and who are most passionate about impact litigation around constitutional rights in education, health, sustainable living environment, women, and children. And I think these are really the most important topics of our lives. We are highly privileged to have this talented, energetic, and focused couple impact on our school leaving class. That is the Amber class. They are role models and influencers in their empathy for others who are differently placed, which resonates with the school's philosophy and endeavor. Thank you both for taking the time to be with our soon-to-be young adults in this blessing ceremony. To the Amber Class 2021, this past year, you have kept up with your academics, albeit online. And only in the last few months have you experienced the collective group of students and teachers in this boarding school setting. But this experience has made you think and grow in ways which your seniors did not experience in their school years. You are a unique, outgoing class. This is a story of your resilience and the answer to dealing with trauma of uncertain times. It is now a deep memory for you, which has changed you in many ways. Today, your juniors will depict your thoughts, which you had written when your teacher asked you about COVID. They're going to depict these thoughts on this COVID period through narration of your own words. And through dance and music, they will show your anxiety, fears, new learnings, strengths gained, and the indomitable spirit which all of you have exhibited during this challenging period. As Charles Darwin famously said, in fact, this was supposed to be in the narration, but I have stolen that. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, not the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change, and you have shown that. While wishing you all success in your school leaving exams, my wish for all of you is to take these trends and the empathy which has awakened in all of you in the last 12 months and make purposeful decisions through your life which include concern for your larger community. Many of you have written that with regard to your response to COVID. I'm not mentioning any specific names because I would like to just address the whole class as a class which is unique and has done extremely well during this time. To the board class, I wish all success in your first board exams. The new education policy has aptly treated this exam as part of a continuing school program, and we hope to see many of you back next year at Amber Valley for continuing the last 2 years of your school. Students here have very personalized attention and huge efforts are made to keep children safe in all aspects, hand in hand with academic instruction. This academic year, all the teachers and staff worked during April to familiarize themselves with online teaching and ensure that teaching learning commenced on 4th May, which was what was the date for reopening of the school if it had been on the campus. It has been a tremendous effort on their part. Parents and guests who are virtual, and you students, and any other guests who are here, which the teachers we are going to congratulate. Please join me in congratulating the principal and his team of teachers and other staff for their caring and unrelenting efforts, which have prepared your children in this unprecedented year. This microcosm of society in the Amber Valley Boarding School experience prepares students to be courageous and survive difficult situations and challenge adversity. So, in conclusion, I would like to rededicate the school to continuing holistic quality education for our students and the wish that our students impact society in positive ways in their life ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those impactful and illuminating words.
Delivering the valedictory address is a great honor for the valedictorians as they are speaking for the class which will be graduating from school education in a few months. Of the two valedictorians for today, now first hear from our head girl, Diksha Prasanna Krishnan, delivering the first Amber Class 2021 valedictory address.
Diksha joined the school in the year 2015 in grade 7 and has spent 5 years honing her skills by wholeheartedly embracing all the opportunities offered by the school in sports and co curricular activities. She represented the school in basketball, football, and volleyball. She is an excellent debater, actress, and a responsible leader. Presenting to you the head girl of our school, Diksha Prasanna Krishnan.
Good evening, everyone present here. Walking up those stairs reminded me of the first time I walked into the school. I was spellbound by its beauty, and up to this day, I am. I came here on an intention of a new start, and trust me, I don't regret it a bit. Just an image of me walking up those gates, through the corridors, into every classroom I've studied in, at every room I've stayed in the dorm, every table I sat at in the dining hall, to all the people I've encountered at this school over the years are not just memories for me, they're more of treasured moments. From screaming at jumping frogs in the washroom to cheering and screaming at the sports field has been an endless journey here at this beautiful place. It's funny when I think about it. It feels like I just joined the school a few months back. But now, here I am standing in front of all of you reading out my valedictorian speech. In my opinion, this speech might not be as emotional or filled with flowery words like all the other speeches you might have heard over the years. Instead, it's just a simple these are just simple touching words coming straight from my heart for all of you. The opportunities that I've been exposed to all the people I've met along the way, has helped shape me as a woman I am today. Words will not be enough for me to thank all my teachers and extraordinary friends for being by my side throughout my journey here. The famous poet Ernest Hemingway once said, "The world breaks everyone, and many are strong at the broken places." I've broken down over the last 5 years I have been here. But now I feel stronger than never before. I do not know whether everyone's fond of this place, but as for me, it's the best place one could desire for. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. I hope everyone's able to come to love this place as much as I have. What I've loved most about this place is the dusk. When the sun drops down behind the yonder hills and the evening sets in, it carries me away with time. And lastly, a few words for my classmates. I know we've had our ups and downs over the years, and believe me when I say, it's just those times when our bond grew stronger. I've always been surrounded by a bookworm, a leader, a clown, a philosopher, a sportsman, a sportswoman, and an orator. But one thing you all have in common is for love for one another. None of us are perfect, but we have come to accept our imperfections. With some, I have spent 5 years, and few just a year or so. But you all hold a special place in my heart. Call this a farewell if you may, but 10 years down the line, I hope we meet and laugh at all the memories we made. Thank you.
Thank you, Diksha, for those enlightening words. Our principal, Dr. Rajput Surendra Singh, will now present the highlights of the annual report 2020-21, presenting
To
the
accept
highlights
our
and
imperfections.
achievements of the students, as well as holding of various student-related programs. Let us put our hands together for our
On this 14th Gurukul Diksha, I warmly welcome all present here, our esteemed chief guests, Dr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy and Ms. Jaina Kothari, well-wishers, parents, alumni, teachers and students who are with us virtually. Sanguinely and optimistically, I behold the ray of hope as we endeavor to overcome this endemic through our resolve and civic responsibilities and embark to present the annual school report for the session 2020-21. This is a summary of what Amberberry has executed and accomplished throughout the session, which was a melange of virtual and real transactions, instructions, and interactions. To commence with academics, the school's ICSE 2020 results were commendable. The students who appeared for the Indian Certificate of Secondary Education examination had realized 100% result. Rhea P. Kenjige topped the batch by scoring 96.60%. She is receiving today SVGH Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence. The ISC 2020 Grade 12 results too were impressive. Nisha BB and Shivani Chauhan were the batch toppers of Commerce stream, and each of them scored 94.50%. Devangi Nair was the topper of Humanities stream, who had scored 92.25%. I would be presenting the highlights since I have a time constraint. Educators Enrichment Program, 25 days online training program for the physical education teachers and community coaches saw our faculty members participating, which were conducted in the month of June 2020-21 by the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination, New Delhi, in collaboration with the Sports Authority of India and Lakshmibai National University of Physical Education. Elementary and middle school teachers completed their 18 Nishtha course modules offered by the NCERT through Diksha portal spanning November 23rd, 2020 to 15th February 2021. Online physical education and community coaching program for all women teachers was organized in the month of March 2021 by the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations. The junior school teachers participated in a webinar organized by Oxford Press on January 7th, 2021, titled Building Activity Tracks for Early Years Learners and the Foundation for National Education Policy. The resource person was Ms. Sonia Relia, who is the author of My Learning Train. Students' enrichment. Despite several constraints due to the ongoing pandemic, the school has conducted and made its students to a variety of enrichment programs, ranging from scholastics to co-scholastics. The first batch of National Cadet Corps Air Force Wing cadets passed out after qualifying their A certificate examination in the month of February 2021. Two cadets of the National Cadet Corps Army Wing Infantry, qualified their B certificate examination with flying colors in the month of February 2021. The handpicked fine artists of our school, K.R. Sri Reddy Lasya, Rajat Harihar, Samar Mansingh Rajput, represented the school in the inter-school painting competition on the theme Farmer's Plight. Satyanarayan Mahapatra, Lisa Chaudhary, and Samar Mansingh Rajput recited Hindi poems in the competition organized by Rashtriya Kavi Sangathan, Karnataka. Bhuvan J, Vaibhav Arun Kumar, Tanish Potta, Aryan C. Belagode, Atindra Swandar Raja, Roshan Adiga represented the school in the Karnataka ICSE Independent Schools Association Digital Quiz 2020. Diksha Prasanna Krishnan and K. Sri Harini participated in the Harvard Model United Nations Environment Program Act to Impact Model United Nations that held from 20th to 22nd of November 2020 witnessed Atindra Sondar Raja, B. Chirag, Vanshika Tibrewal, and Samar Mansingh representing various countries. The art and craft exhibition was held on the 25th January 2020 and the students' works were showcased. It was a scintillating show and the parents and visitors encouraged the students while buying some of the exhibits. Special assemblies on Karnataka Rajya Utsav, Independence Day and Republic Day were organized. From the middle school grades 6th, 7th and 8th, we had 95 students who took the Trinity School London Integrated Skills in English examinations, which is a contemporary 4 skills, reading, writing, speaking and listening, qualification recognized by governments and institutions as providing reliable evidence of English language proficiency around the world. The middle school awards ceremony was held. Various special prizes were given away, some of them being for leadership, conservation of the environment, and for academic excellence, among others. Amit Ram of grade 8th took part in the Terry Youth Conclave blog writing competition and won the first prize. He also took part in the Wild Wisdom Quiz competition under the aegis of World Wildlife Fund for Nature. Roshan Adiga and Arav Adarsh of grade 10th took part in the TCS Rural IT Quiz and were selected for the zonal level competition. Roshan went on to be selected for the state level competition as well. K.R. Sri Reddy Lasya attained a paramount position in the 12th International Art Exhibition 2020. Atindra Sondar Raja of grade 9th was selected by the Jawahar Institute of Mountaineering and Winter Sports, Pahalgam, which functions under the Ministry of Defense for the skiing course spanning 4th to 17th of February 2021 at the Gulbarg and Pahalgam centers in Kashmir. Out of the 250 plus applicants, he was amongst the 40 selected, one of the youngest as well, with the average age of the participants being around 30. Investiture and school honors, Education World, the Human Development Magazine, India's Best Boarding School Survey 2020, ranked Amba Valley Residential School number 1 in Chikmagalur, number 2 in Karnataka, and among top 18 in India. The investiture ceremony of the Students' Council was held on 26 January 2021. The District Commissioner of Bharat Scouts and Guides, Dr. Sadakshari, was a chief guest for the rank peeping ceremony. The oath to the office was administered by the principal, which was followed by an inspiring talk on leadership by Dr. Sadakshari. Ladies and gentlemen, braving odds and sticking to our value systems and discipline makes this seat of learning unique. The school had braved and negotiated all obstacles and continued the zeal of teaching and learning, both virtually and on campus, keeping in mind the credo in the cause of excellence in education and community service, as well as all our learners shall succeed. Before concluding, I bow in reverence to the Almighty for the blessings He has showered upon us as an institution. I take this opportunity in deepest gratitude to the benefactors and well-wishers for their wholehearted cooperation, as they are the ones who shape students' lives and their morale. And it is through them, our teachers, that Amba flag flies high. Jai Hind, Amba Valley ki Jai.
Thank you, sir.
Your light has truly gone out and rekindled the spark within us. Thank you, sir.
To acknowledge the highest achievers, the school's governing council instituted the S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for the academic excellence in 2020. Mrs. Panchami Chaman, Senior School Coordinator, will describe the awards and read the citations. We invite our chief guest, Ms. Jana Kotari, to present these awards to the students after each citation.
Check. Good evening. S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence. The trustees and governing council of Amber Valley Residential School instituted the S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence in 2010 to recognize and honor academic achievement of the highest degree in the Indian School Certificate Examination, ISC. This award exemplifies the school's commitment to holistic education and the corresponding development of knowledge and scientific temper, academic development being fundamental to this process. This award is recognition of and an incentive to true learning and understanding achieved within the framework of the school's curriculum and the council's syllabi. This award consists of a silver medal engraved with the name and logo of the school and S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence on the obverse with the student's name, examination, and year on the reverse, as well as a citation for the same. For 2020, the award is conferred on Nisha BB, who scored 94.5% in the ISC examination, a very commendable performance indeed. She was a student of the Amber class, Commerce Stream 2019-20, who appeared for her examination in March 2020. Nisha is also awarded for securing highest marks in English, economics, and mathematics. Her class teacher, Dr. Anand Balaraman, will receive the honor on her behalf. S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence for 2020 is also conferred on Shivani Chauhan, who scored 94.5% in the ISC examination. She was a student of the Amber class, Commerce Stream 2019-20, who appeared for her examination in March 2020. Shivani is also being awarded for her commendable performance in English and Hindi. Mr. Manoj Chaturvedi, Dean of Student Welfare, will receive the award on behalf of Shivani. S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence for 2020 is also conferred on Devangi C. Nair, who scored 92% in the ISC examination. She was a student of the Amber Class Humanities Stream 2019-20 who appeared for her examination in March 2020. Devangi is bestowed for her meritorious performance in political science and psychology. I call upon Devangi to come up and receive the honor. S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence in ICSE. The trustees and governing council of Amber Valley Residential School instituted the S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence in 2008 to recognize and honor academic achievement of the highest degree in the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination ICSE. This award exemplifies the school's commitment to holistic education and the corresponding development of knowledge and scientific temper. Academic development being fundamental to this process. This award is recognition of and an incentive to true learning and understanding achieved within the framework of the school's curriculum and the council's syllabi. The award consists of a silver medal engraved with the name and logo of the school and S.V. Gangaya Hegde Award for Academic Excellence on the obverse, with the student's name, examination, and year on the reverse, as well as a citation for the same. For 2020, the award is conferred on Rhea P. Kenjige, who scored 96.6% in a ICSE examination, a very commendable performance indeed. She was a student of the board class 2019-20 who appeared for her examination in March 2020. Rhea is conferred for her praiseworthy performance in Kannada, social science, and physical education. Mrs. Vasanti, her Kannada teacher, will receive the honor on her behalf. Individual subject toppers for ISC 2020. Talin Prasanna Krishnan has secured highest marks in commerce and physical education. Mrs. Richa Chaturvedi, his commerce teacher, will receive the awards. Chanak Hamsaraj Chauhan has procured highest marks in business studies. Mrs. Rohini, his business studies teacher, will receive the award. Amyagar has acquired highest marks in chemistry. Mr. Jaychandran G, examination coordinator, will receive the award. Abhi A. Bharadwaj has scored highest marks in computer science. Mr. Vinod Bisht, his computer science teacher, will receive the honor. Vaidyanath Shivprakash Mahanta Shettar has gained highest marks in art. His pottery teacher, Mr. Sahadev Roy, will receive the honor. Siddhant BS has got highest marks in physical education. Ms. Tisma will receive the award. I now request Mr. Satyapradeep, High School Coordinator, to take over the announcements of ICSE subject toppers for 2020.
Thank you, Panchami ma'am. Now I'm here to announce the subject toppers of ICSE examination 2019-20. Monish Tia has succeeded highest marks in mathematics. He scored centum, that is 100 out of 100. Mr. Ravi Bia, the maths teacher, will receive the honors here. Next award, Akshay Habal has topped in drama. Mr. Vinod Kumar sir, his drama teacher, will receive this award on his behalf. Raghav Tripawal has gained his highest scores in Hindi, Science, Computer Application. Mr. Indranil Paul, Coordinator, Biology, will receive this award. Nidhi M. Jamsheti has secured highest marks in English. Mr. Martin Mendons, coordinator of middle school, will receive these honors. Riddhi Shular has obtained the highest marks in arts. Miss Ashwini will receive the honors now. Sudan P has gained highest mark in computer application. Mr. Regil will receive this award. Now I request Mr. Martin Middle School Coordinator to continue with the awards. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Pradeep, and good evening, everybody. It's really interesting how art has captured and even maneuvered and manipulated the human mind from ancient times. The works of artists have always intrigued and captivated people. Perhaps it is the technique, colors, sizes, subject matter, or mediums that are used. The artists give enough detail so people can visualize a particular style and grace. In fact, artists are trying to connect with another human being at a personal level. Now, with that drum roll, it is my honor to present to you the best artist of the years from grade 10 and 12, the board batch and the amber class. From grade 10A, we have Mansi Santosh. Round of applause for her, please. From grade 10B, we have Gupta Shekhar. From grade 12, we have Sri Reddy Lasya KR. And finally, the school's Best Artist Award for the year 2020-2021 goes to Samar Man Singh Rajput. A big round of applause for him, please. Thank you.
Our chief guest speaker.
Thank you, sir.
We also thank our dignitaries on stage.
We now request our chief guest, Ms. Jaina Kotari, to address the students.
I would like to first of all thank the chairperson, the principal, and the entire faculty for inviting me to this auspicious occasion of the Gurukul Diksha ceremony at the Amber Valley Residential School. I'm honored to be part of this auspicious ceremony and to be able to share this evening with all of you. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all the students a huge round of congratulations. You deserve these wishes for graduating this year. And I think congratulations are also due to your teachers and faculty for also working this hard to make today possible, and to your parents for supporting all of you. The theme of this year's ceremony is rightly the COVID pandemic. You are a batch that has gone through one of the most difficult and toughest year in this century with the pandemic. You have had the entire year online, or at least most of it online. And I'm sure this would not have been easy for you at all. In fact, it would have been incredibly hard for your batch. But I also realize, and I'm sure you do as well, that you're perhaps some of the few lucky students who've been able to come back to school physically for at least some part of the year and have this graduation ceremony. So many hundreds and thousands of students and learners all over the world have not been able to go back to school, have not been able to study online, and many students have also been forced to drop out of school. So we are incredibly lucky to be here and to celebrate this ceremony together. As you all get ready for your exams and get ready to take the next step in your educational and future careers, I think you must pay thought, I think we all must pay thought to what the COVID experience has taught us over the last 1 year. COVID has shown us the huge inequalities and deprivation that people and communities are facing, not just in India, but all over the world. In India, we witnessed the trauma that migrant communities faced with the lockdown, being deprived of food, shelter, and livelihood. Millions of people lost their jobs in so many sectors. So many hundreds and thousands of small businesses were forced to shut down. There was discrimination faced in the COVID relief that was being handed out. Persons with disabilities, women, transgender persons, slum dwellers, and the poor were particularly excluded in relief measures and faced increased stigma. In other parts of the world too, we saw the inequalities being aggravated during this time. In the US, for example, African Americans were more severely affected by COVID than other communities. This was also a year of protests that has been unprecedented. In India, we saw huge protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act, against the farm laws that were unequal, and against some of the labor codes that were newly enacted. The protests were shaped by women and young people who were out on the streets speaking out against the violation of their fundamental rights. Outside India too, we saw the Black Lives Matter movement raise voices against the inequalities on the basis of race. This year has also seen great strides in science, with vaccines being developed within a few months, which also has been unprecedented. So, as you go forward in your career after your exams, let these struggles and fights for equality guide your path. Whatever you may choose to do, I hope you're able to contribute in improving the world around us and take steps in eradicating inequality. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words.
The yearbook is a keepsake, a memoir of the happenings of the school year. The Gurukul Diksha theme, which is the offering for the Amber Class 2021, is one of the highlights of the yearbook. It also has vignettes of the Amber Class 2021, photographs of all the events, a compilation of students' artwork, poems, and articles, class photographs, list of prize winners, and much more. We request our chief guest, to Mr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, to release the Amber Yearbook 2020 to 21.
request Mr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy to say a few words to the students.
Good evening. May I begin by thanking Ms. Purnima Jairaj for the invitation to be at this Guru Diksha ceremony, and Mr. Rajput for the gracious reception, and the faculty for the effort to put this function together. Above all, as other speakers have said, this is an event to celebrate the effort of the students, the teachers, and the parents to simply get you over the line. I think in ordinary years, in other years, this is still a significant personal achievement. But this year, I suppose it's an exceptional achievement. And all of you will have the benefit of a privileged education in this school. And I'm very sure that you will go out and do exceptionally well in the careers of your choice, because you've got the foundation that can make that happen. The COVID pandemic at least has taught us one more thing, which is that I'm only going to focus on the teaching and learning. As teachers and learners, we have to be able to learn on our own. This is called learning how to be autodidactic, if one has to put a concept on it. But it's become very clear that with the rapid spread of digital technologies, teaching and learning content will become accessible to all of you at an increasing pace. It's just going to be a matter of time before anything that you want to learn will be available online. The critical skill and the critical ability that will distinguish those who benefit the most will be the ability to learn and learn in a structured manner on your own. So for better or for worse, the board batch and the graduating batch have been given a rude lesson in how to become an autodidact. And I hope that this will help you in the careers you choose and in the years ahead. But the downside of the COVID pandemic this year has been that all of us have been more or less put into some form of social isolation. It's remarkable that all of you are here and that you're together and you've been here for a few months. But in most schools, including my own university, we haven't managed to do this. So it's interesting that kind of social isolation in the learning environment does things to all of us, and we have to wait and watch and figure out how this will change our views on life and views on our role in our societies. So I'm going to use the occasion for a small reflection to go back 30 years, and I just realized that I finished 10th grade 30 years ago, finished 12th grade 28 years ago. Seems an awfully long time, very old person, so I can be grave and say share some reflections on the time of when I graduated from school. So at that time, there were three burning issues of the 90s. This is the early 90s. The first was there was a big movement that had just emerged to build a Ram temple in Ayodhya. I think by now, for all of you, you know broadly at least what the history of that movement is, and it has grown to become much more than a fledgling movement that it was in the early 90s. There was also something called the Mandal Commission report, which I suspect most of you are aware of, which recommended reservations in education and public employment for the other backward classes, or for the backward classes. And there was a third tectonic shift, which was the 1991 new economic policy. And for those of you, just to refresh our memory, the new economic policy shifted away from a reliance on a statist model of development to allow markets to play a larger role. Now, all three of these massive developments in 1991 uh, were ones that some of us as school 10th and 12th grade students, we had some views on. But I think what is striking to me is that the best education that we received was the nudge and the push to engage with these broader social issues, to not focus too narrowly on just personal achievement. There's a tendency on occasions like this to just emphasize grades and how you should excel and so on and so forth, which you must do. And I think all of you have got such a good education, you will. But what is striking to me is that looking back, engaging with issues like this has helped me shape my interests and my career choices. And I suspect that all of these three issues, the place of the state, market, and in our society, is an open issue even today. The question of the place of religion in our public lives, if anything, has only got more aggravated, and the questions of representation and equity remain. As if to add to this, I suppose that for your time, we can't ignore the problem of the climate crisis, and now what I'm suggesting is that whatever else you do, engaging with these and similar issues that go beyond personal achievement and concern the social, really shape and define careers and an idea of success. If I were to caption that in a particular way, I'd say that kind of engagement, um, living living lives through the lives of others, is a much better map for all of you as you in a few months finish your school years and move on to braver and bigger things. Thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful words which you have so emphatically given to all of us here today.
The second Amber Class valedictory address will be delivered by our head boy, Samar Mansingh Rajput. Samar came to Amber Valley in the year 2014 from Madhya Pradesh in grade 6. He has been a good actor, dancer, and artist besides being a skilled shooter. He has brought laurels to the school in taekwondo and at rifle shooting at various inter-school tournaments. These have been an indication of his individual ability, determination, and his ability to inspire his teammates to perform well. He has the makings of a good leader and was thus appointed the head boy of the school this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Samar Mansingh Rajput.
Thank you, Akshay and Pradhan. Good evening, respected guests of today's ceremony, Shri Sudhir Krishna Swami ji and Srimati Jena Kothari ji, Honorable Trustee of SVGH Education Trust, Srimati Purnima Jairaj, the Principal Dr. Rajput Surendra Singh, dear teachers, parents, and my dear fellow mates. 7 years ago, I stepped into the Amber Valley School with mixed feelings of joy and hesitation. And today, as I look back as time has snapped past, I stand here and give my first valedictorian speech, which gives me a vibrant feel about leaving behind these knickknacks and moving forward to new adventures and life ahead. The opportunities provided to me at Amber Valley have been enormously phenomenal. I really cannot thank enough all the staff, teachers, and students here for the love and support that I have received from them. And of course, my parents, to whom I am forever in debt. To finish my Amber Valley journey as the head boy has been a dream come true. I'm not sure if I would have had these opportunities anywhere else that ranged from shooting, swimming, taekwondo, music, dance, rapping, Model United Nations to Trinity English Language and Music qualifications. Time flew, and I feel that I attended my first class just yesterday. All these years that we students have spent participating in numerous activities had helped us in growing as, as well-rounded individuals. Amber Valley is a force to reckon with that molds its students in vivid ways, thereby making us distinct in countless ways. The competitions in the field of sports, cultural activities, and academics were filled with challenges. But the liveliness which we get from the members and the people who strive around us is just amazing. Being a spirited Rajput linked to the soil, it was initially arduous to fall into place amidst folks here hailing from different parts of India and even abroad. But this was a rendezvous with the broader scheme of things, which can only be understood when seen in the right perspective. Every day, as I walk through these portals, corridors, and gardens, this establishment makes me realize that I'm cared for and has been an addition to my family. Barely 2 months down the track, my batchmates and I will graduate from this prestigious organization. Though sadly, but definitely with more wisdom, accomplishments, and memories than what we had started with. The training, the discipline, and the rigor we all had at Amber Valley will help us successfully overcome o- obstacles that we may have to negotiate in future. Even in the recent past, an ongoing tough time of COVID-19 pandemic, Amber Valley kept the morale and learning high as well as purposeful for all its learners. It was the sheer commitment kept alive to persistently equip with the unique technology enabled learning experience. I had never imagined myself to be learning in this manner, but I guess we have added a milestone for our future generations of learners, aligned well to the credo of our school: all our learners shall succeed. As the head boy, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every educator, student, and classmate for making me who I am today. To us, coming together is the beginning, keeping together is the progress, and working together leads to perennial success. Needless to state that being a prefect or the captain of a school or an institution is not about the position or the title, but it's about taking a right stand and setting examples that can make small differences in the life of people around us. It is definitely not a popularity contest. May our learning be holistic, that conjoins our body, mind, and heart. May our dreams be beyond individuals' destination. May our growth be realistic, that leads us to maximum happiness. And may our contribution be significant to the greater good of society. Thank you so much for joining us here to shower your blessings on both the board batches. May God bless us all in abundance and long live Amber Valley. I conclude. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for those powerful words.
An important stakeholder group of the school is the parent group. Parents are partners in the progress of the whole child, and the school values this partnership to enable both the school and the parents to work in tandem, ensuring the holistic growth and development of their wards. On this momentous occasion, we invite Mrs. Purnima Shettigar, mother of Vivid Pratik Shettigar, to share a few words on her experience as a parent. Check.
The chief guest. Good evening. Respected Trustee Madam Purnima Jairaj, the chief guest Mr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, Madam Jaina Kothari, the principal Mr. Surendra Singh Rajput, teachers, students, and all other staff members. I am Purnima Shettigar, mother of Vivid Shettigar, who is presently in grade 12. I'm happy to say a few words about my experience with this school. To begin with, back in 2012, I discovered this school when I was intensely looking for an alternate abode for my son where I could find good education and homely care at the same time. So he joined here in fourth grade, and very soon he got assimilated. 1 year later, when I wanted to take him out of the school, I found it very painful because I had to uproot him. I felt like I'm tearing him apart from his family. At first, I felt a little awkward about it, but soon I felt very grateful to the school for being so close to his heart. I realized the positive and amicable influence of the school in his life. The school had become his family. This triggered in me a sense of trust towards this school. 3 years later, he was happy to return to Amber Valley again. Even now, when he prepares to go back to school after the breaks, I see happiness in his eyes, the joy to rejoin with his family at school, of friends and teachers. This school has been a second home for him, or I should rather say, the first home because he has spent major part of his life here in the school rather than with me. Sincerely speaking, I have not witnessed the stages of his growth from a child to an adolescent, as this school has witnessed and nurtured. The school has played a very significant role in Vivid's growth, and it starts with the contribution of the wonderful teachers of this school who not only teach the subject that they are assigned to, but also take a keen interest in each student and help them in their overall growth. Another very striking characteristic that I observed with the students of Amber Valley, including my son, are that they are very cultured and refined. Being adolescents, which is a very crucial emotional development stage, and at the same time being exposed to the harsh, advanced digital civilization of today, they still exhibit humility and cultured conduct. This is really a wonderful achievement of the school that they succeeded in retaining and keeping intact that innocence and the sense of responsibility in their students and maintained a perfect balance in their behavior. I'm greatly thankful to this school, the principal, teachers, and every non teaching staff who have put all the efforts into shaping these children and preparing them for their future venture. Finally, dear students, I wish you all the very best for your board exams. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Check, 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 check. For the Amber Class 2021, what an unusual year this last year of school has been. Never to be forgotten because of this rainbow-like nano creature called the coronavirus. You are a special outgoing class. The feelings and emotions of this last year, which you have expressed yourselves, have been captured by your juniors in this dance and musical display with the message that humankind will always strive to overcome and find positivity in events and experience the absolute power of the mind.
Our lives were totally turned upside down. Instead of being at school for 9 months of the year and 3 months at home, it was totally a topsy turvy world. Our young world of teachers, friends, and the outdoors in this beautiful school environment became a world of family and indoors. The blackboard to computer screen, four walls of a house instead of moving from dorm to dining hall, class to playing field, assembly to music room, and phone conversations to connect with friends detached and dispersed in different locations instead of break time and lights out.
Check. In the year 1809, Charles Darwin famously said, It is not the strongest of the species that survive, not the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change.
The excitement to go home, then the dread of this virus, stressing about my family's safety, and the claustrophobic feeling of the indoors, with the ache and craving for the outdoors, loneliness, and the lack of time sense. Is there interest in doing anything?
Dance on.
The roads we earned to travel while in school are now empty, the crowds not seen. And there's a thirst for the sunny playgrounds with friends in this desolate, lonely landscape. There's this monster out there, tinier than ourselves, to wreak havoc to our dear ones by making breathing hell. When will the dawn arrive?
Oh, what stark nakedness I feel. This helplessness, this crisis, this pandemic is strong. The days pass, they pass like the news, each time sadder and more tormenting. Death counts rising, mere numbers or familiar people.
Yes, I have to. Some say, look at the bright side. Time to reflect, time to share with your family, time for everything. Some of us find that difficult to understand. We say, my goals, my dreams, school, graduation. We have to put our resilience to the test. I dream that we will get out of this.
But COVID 19 is playing hide and seek. While in the meantime, we learned new lessons. Wear your mask, be wise, sanitize and keep your distance, wash your hands, follow the rules to ensure endgame like chess or backgammon.
I won't just survive. Oh, you will see me thrive. Can write my story. I'm beyond the archetype. I won't just conform. No matter how you shake my core. 'Cause my roots they run deep. Oh, oh yes, so in faith. Don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory is in my veins. I know it, I know it. And I will not negotiate. I'll fight it, I'll fight it. I will transform. When the fire's at my feet again, and the waters all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
I must stay conscious to the madness and chaos. So I call on my angels.
They say, oh, yes, so you say, don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory is in our veins. I know it, you know it, and you will not negotiate. And fight it, just fight it, and be transformed. 'Cause when the fire's at my feet again, and the waters all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise. Don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory's in my veins. I know it, I know it. I know it, I'll negotiate. I'll fight it, I'll fight it. Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
Hello. No, Akash is in Call it now. There's a dance.
An index for the time being. Stress, uncertainty, fear, confinement, isolation. What happened to time because of Corona? Life is always fast paced. We never slowed down until everything stopped when Corona came to town.
I didn't know I'd miss school or the endless work, but the self isolation really is cruel. One deadly microbe brought the whole world to a shuddering standstill. But there arose an inner sense of the value of time. I learned time management amidst the screen time classes, balancing home chores and working side by side. Introspection. Life is uncertain. Be happy with what you have.
It isn't that part. Sure, now is songs are after that is dance. After song.
Ma'am, song days. No. And then
ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಳೆ ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಳೆ ಹರಿಯಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಗರೆಯಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿದೆಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆ ಹರಿಯಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಗರೆಯಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿದೆಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಹಸಿರು ನಿರ್ಮಲವಾಗಲಿ ಉಸಿರು ಮನದೇ ಆಗಲಿ ವಸುಂಧರೆ ಸಕಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗಾಸರೆ ಮನದೇ ಆಗಲಿ ವಸುಂಧರೆ ಸಕಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗಾಸರೆ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಳೆ ಧುಮುಕಿ ಧುಮುಕಿ ಜಲಪಾತ ನೀಡಿ ಜಲತೆಗೆ ಆಘಾತ ಧುಮುಕಿ ಧುಮುಕಿ ಜಲಪಾತ ನೀಡಿ ಜಲತೆಗೆ ಆಘಾತ ಹೊಮ್ಮಿಸಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಚೇತನ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಶೀಲತೆಗೆ ಇಂಧನ ಹೊಮ್ಮಿಸಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಚೇತನ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಶೀಲತೆಗೆ ಇಂಧನ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಳೆ ಕೊನೆಯಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಒಂದೇರು ಅಡಗಲಿ ಹಸಿವಿನ ಚೀರು ಕೊನೆಯಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಒಂದೇರು ಅಡಗಲಿ ಹಸಿವಿನ ಚೀರು ಅರಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೆ ಹೂನಗೆ ಆಡಿಸಲಿ ಭೂತಾಯಿಗೆ ಅರಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೆ ಹೂನಗೆ ಆಡಿಸಲಿ ಭೂತಾಯಿಗೆ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿ ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಳೆ ಸುರಿಯಲಿ ತಂಪೆರೆಯಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಳೆ ಹರಿಯಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಗರೆಯಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿದೆಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆ ಹರಿಯ ಕೆರೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿದೆ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ದುರಾಸೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿದೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿದೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಲಿದೆ
Learn to move on. Let us do problem solving. New learning approaches mastered. New businesses started. Learn to master distractions, or even how to hide the teacher on screen or stealthily eat the yummy pakoras mom made especially for me.
It is all up to me, learning new skills. How do I find what I want to find? What do I want to find? Am I aware what is out there?
Job losses and migrants walking. How do I become resilient? What is more important, people or coveting the next toy?
Helping others is a great sentiment. Helping myself with exercise and good diet will take me a long way. Working hard is a fresh realization. Sacrifices must beget new beginnings.
Urge to learn new things. Discover that in my final school year, I learned life lessons by observing the happenings around me, the empathy for the plight of the poor, and an admiration for the courage of the frontliners.
Why reducing, selling, and buying keep jobs alive? Why does the virus mutate and alter? The Spanish flu was a century away. This is just a valuable speck of time on my canvas of life. I feel powerful that we can overcome. I feel acceptance.
I battle demons that won't let me sleep. Called to the sea, but she abandoned me. But I won't never give up, no, never give up, no, no. No, I won't never give up, no, never give up, no, no.
And I won't let you get me down. I keep getting up when I hit the ground. Oh, never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, and I won't let you get me down. I keep getting up when I hit the ground. Oh, never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, I find my way home. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh yeah, I'm haunted by the stumbling block. Called to the skies, but she was overcast. But I won't never give up, no, never give up, no, no. No, I won't never give up, no, never give up, no, no.
And I won't let let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. Oh, never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, and I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. Oh, never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, I'll find my way home. Oh, 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 oh. Never give up, never give up. Never give up, never give up, no, no. Oh, and I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. Oh, never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, and I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. Oh, never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, I'll find my way home. Oh, 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 oh.
We now request our chief guests, Ms. Jaina Kotari and Mr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, to come up on the stage to lead the blessing ceremony. They will be accompanied by the chairman and the principal.
It's now time to bless the students of Board Class 2021. We invite Class 10A. We invite Class 10A to come up on stage accompanied by their class teacher, Mr. Pes.
भिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्रवत् आनो दिवो बृहतः पर्वताद सरस्वती गन्ता गन्तु यज्ञं वाग्देव्यै नमः ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन गतितां पुराणमुनिनां मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ददामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः
الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين
यामिमां पुष्टितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरतः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मनः स्वर्गपरा जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भू मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्त कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्धो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगकर्मसु कौशलम्.
The Board Class 2021 begins their first public examination on 5th May 2021. This blessing ceremony is to prepare you spiritually for your first experience of public exams that you will be doing with other students across the country. While you will still continue to be a student of school education for 2 more years, we wish you to imbibe and experience the ceremony's spirituality and showering of good wishes to guide and bless you in all your efforts for your first milestone.
I now call upon the students of the Amber Class 2021 to come up on the stage for the Gurukul Diksha ceremony, accompanied by the class teacher, Mrs. Purvita A.R.,
We begin with K. Sriharini,
Ruchita S. Setti,
Diksha Prasanna Krishnan,
Deet Charulata,
K. R. Srireddy Lasya,
Lisa Chaudhary,
Spurti N. Upadhyaya,
Rishabh Basant,
K. J. Amrut,
Siddharth V. Reddy,
Prashant Prakash Reddy,
Samar Mansingh Rajput,
Syed Shad Ahmed,
Vaibhav Arun Kumar,
Suraj G.K.,
Aditya Agarwal,
Abhiram V. Raj,
Kirtan Hangal,
Shemphang Joshua Suteng,
Mokshit Gowda MS,
Gaurav N.,
K.S. Srimittal,
Sinchan K.R.,
Pratham H.V.,
Vivid Pratik Shettigar,
Dhanush M. Shinde,
Chirag Agarwal,
B.S. Balaji Singh,
Chaitanya V.,
Bhuvan J.,
Rakshit P.V.,
M.R. Jayadya Gowda,
accompanied by Purvita A.R.
Until you come.
صل على محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योग कर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः आत्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता
पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्
तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठितः यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयद्यज्ञ ज्ञानयज्ञ परन्तप सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्त्वदर्शिनः न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति संन्यासकर्मयोगश्च निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यास कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते अनाश्रितकर्मफलं कार्यकर्म करोति यः स सन्न्यासी च योगी च निर्ज्ञचाक्रय युं सन्न्यासमिति प्राहुः योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव न ह्यसन्न्यस्तसङ्कल्पो योगी भवति कश्चिनः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Check, check.
my mind. Keep getting the feeling you wanna leave this all behind. You and me got a whole lot of history. We could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live forever. All of us fight, but we'll find a way to make it out alive. Going strong, we are holding on. You and me got a whole lot of history. We could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live You and me got a whole lot of history. We could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live forever. Whole lot of history. We could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live forever. So don't let it go. We can live forever. We can live
That was indeed a wonderful song sung by the Amber class.
For the Amber Class 2021, who will be soon be stepping out of the portals of this school and graduating from school education to higher education in a few months, may these blessings empower you and guide you through the many of the examinations and beyond, through the many opportunities and challenges that life holds in store for you. On behalf of your juniors and your teachers, we wish you Godspeed.
We request the teachers of grade 12 to bless the students. This will be followed by the blessings of the parents of the Amber class students. Now, the students and teachers of the Amber class 2021 will release their lanterns.
Check, hello, check, check, hello, check, 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 hello, check, check, hello, check, 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 hello, check,
Check.
hello, check, hello, check, 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 hello, hello, check, hello, hello, check. On behalf of the Amber Valley family, we wish that you reach for the stars, no matter how hard it seems, and fly like a bird with the knowledge and values this institution has imparted to you.
We now request you to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गावे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत